Hello.
Hello, Gio.
Yes, hi there.
Hello, it's me, D Smiler from Sound Fusion Radio.
Hi Gio, DJ Gloss here. How you doing?
Hi there. Hello, you guys. How you doing?
We're doing fine. You've got us both.
Sure. I got time.
Brilliant. Okay. So what's the time over there now?
Here is 10:43 a.m. in sunny California. Well, today is sunny, but for the last few days it has been raining like crazy.
Oh, see, we brought the sunshine.
Yes, definitely.
It's been very rainy here though, Gio, for quite a few days as well. So you probably got the tail end of what we had, so to speak.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for sharing then.
Oh, bless.
Thank you guys for the interview. I appreciate it. So it's very cool of you to do so.
No, we thank you. Thank you for taking the time out. That's great.
All right.
Okay. So we're going to start off with some standard questions.
Sure.
Basically, I read all of your the information that you sent me anyway, but this is for the listeners. So so how did it all start with you and the music?
Oh well, I was a kid. That was many years ago. I was in Italy, with my parents, and I remember my father. He had a guitar, just sitting, at home in a corner, and he would, grab the instrument and strum a few chords, whistle a few melodies, that kind of things. And I was, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7, and I was captivated.
Mm-hmm.
It was magic to my kids' eyes to see that. Mm-hmm. And then my sister, she is a little older than me, and so she later on she took some lessons, and then she was able to play a few chords, and then she dropped it. She quit it, and that took it. That was my turn.
Uh-huh.
After that was my turn to take the instrument, and I haven't stopped ever since. So I think I was, oh my God, 12, something like that. So
very, very young.
Yeah, definitely. And then, the level of commitment with music, it has grown actually. It has grown throughout the years. And I think I was like maybe 17 or 18 when I was like daydreaming about, becoming a professional musician. So, and I sure did. So that's in short, that's my story.
That's lovely. So
all right.
Yeah. So what kind of stuff did you listen to? What was it that you wanted to do? What kind of music?
Well, before discovering my first true and most important influence, I was listening to, I believe it was a British band. I think, I think they're from the UK. The Sweets, I don't know if you remember them.
Certainly do.
All right, DJ.
Yeah, DJ Gloss does, but I'm very young. No, I do remember them. Yeah, don't tell anyone.
And then I discovered Led Zeppelin, and that was a major influence in my music appreciation journey. Deep Purple as well, and all the good guitar players. Pink Floyd, all those guys. But so when I was pretty much a rock head for a while, until I discovered R&B, the jazz and Latin. I slowly left rock and roll and got into jazz, R&B, the so-called black music.
Yeah, the better music.
But but I'm still a rock player in my heart. I mean, I still love Led Zeppelin, and I mean, if you can rock, is definitely a thumbs up for me.
Uh-huh.
Well, as a guitar player, it would be Gio for sure. I mean, there's no doubt in that.
Yeah. I mean, as as a guitar player, when you listen to another, great guitar player, you can't help it. You totally get into that, and for that matter, I listen also to other styles, even classical music nowadays.
Yeah.
So great playing is great playing, but well, that is it.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's like an appreciation of all good music, isn't it?
Yes, totally.
So, Gio, when you was a kid, did you used to put on little guitar and singing concerts for the family and that kind of thing?
Well, for my parents, I did a little bit of that.
Good.
Right.
Then I studied a lot, that for sure, and I started playing with local bands in my hometown in Italy, in Bari.
Fabulous.
And so I was like hanging out with other musicians. I was mostly playing for my friends, rather than for my family. I can only remember a couple of occasions.
Yeah. Who was it that sort of taught you? The in the best way, or was you did you self learn?
At the very beginning, but then I took lessons. I went to a maestro, and I took lessons for many years. I studied music theory, solfeggio, which I don't know how to translate that in English. Probably solfege, is how to read music, and I've learned about harmony. So I took lessons from a very good teacher, and that was at the very beginning of my learning process. I was probably 17, 18, but then with that, foundation of music theory, I moved on and tried to, teach myself just by ear whatever I could, grab from the records. But then when I came to Los Angeles, I attended Musician Institute. So that was a major step in my music education process.
Wonderful. So, how long ago did you move from Italy to Los Angeles, and what made you move?
Well, that was in 1992. I was actually playing. I was playing on cruise ship back then. I already had my first professional gig, so I was, touring the world in a way, and playing music, and that was a fantastic learning experience. And, I remember reading an advertisement about Musician Institute on a guitar magazine. And so I started having some Hollywood dreams. And I was like, wow, Hollywood, Los Angeles, Musician Institute. I must go there.
Yeah.
So it was, I bought into the Hollywood advertisement, which can be very powerful, trust me.
Yeah.
And so that's what got me there. I quit my gig on cruise ship, and I decided to come here to LA to attend Musician Institute, and then I stayed.
And you had some inspiration from the Latin Quarter on that cruise ship, didn't you? I read that.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, because we went to Brazil, and so we stayed in Brazil for about 6 months, and there was us and a Brazilian band on board, and they were fantastic players, and I totally fell in love with bossa novas and all the Brazilian styles, and the keyboard player from the band was actually a guitar player. So he would grab my guitar and show me a bunch of, cool jazz chords. And I was totally into that. Brazil and Brazil and Brazilian music, Brazilian jazz, it is a very important, influence in my music formation. So it all happened there when I was there.
Without a doubt, yeah. I mean, different chord sequences to rock by far.
That's for sure. Are you a player? Are you a musician? Do you play anything, Glossy?
I'm a bass guitarist for many years. I used to play in bands when I was very young, but that was a long time ago. Right. I became a DJ fairly quickly. I still love the bass. I play whenever I can get it picked up, but I don't play in a band anymore or anything. I play for pleasure.
All right. Well, it's still good to stay in music, as such a beautiful art form. I mean, I can't think of any other way. I mean, I do this for a living, but I do it because I love it. It's just a never-ending love story. So I can't help it,
It really isn't work when you enjoy what you do, is it?
That's right. Also because it's a tough one. So if there wasn't any enjoyment, I mean, I would be, it would be crazy,
Yeah.
It's the same for us, Gio. We love the music and the promotion. That keeps us going 18 hours a day in this job,
18 plus hours a day.
All right. Are you guys in London?
Yeah, we're very near to London. We're actually in Essex at the moment, which is east of London. So,
all right.
Yeah.
All right.
We have a number of studios, Gio. We've got one that's in South London, one here in Essex. Then we got Flitwick and also in Eastbourne. So we're kind of spread out across the UK a little bit.
Oh, that's great. Well, I have a dear friend in London, and I might, go there and visit. So it would be great. Perhaps we could meet and have a good pint,
We would love to meet up with you, Gio.
Pencil it in now.
Yes. Yep. Just let me know when. Just let me know, yeah.
Are you having one now? Is that what you said?
Well, no, we weren't having a drink now. I said pencil us in now. We're definitely, if you're here in the UK, we'll be meeting up, no problem.
All right, fantastic. All right, cool, very cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so what are you working on right now, Gio? What's your latest projects?
I'm working on a new tune. As a matter of fact, I'm about to record the bass. So the bass player that plays with me, I don't know if you ever seen one of those live performances we do in web streaming, which is my bandmate, So I'm about to record this bass guitar on this tune I'm about to release, which is a bit different from what I do, or I guess since we were just talking about rock and roll, is a tune that comes from that part of my music side. So it's more of a rock tune, rock fusion, perhaps, I can hear some John Lord, a keyboard player from Deep Purple, that kind of sound in there. It's a kind of a rock ballad, rock fusion ballad. Let's put it that way. As soon as this is finished, I'll send it over to you guys.
Lovely.
All right.
Yes.
Sounds good. Yeah, absolutely great. We love new music.
All right, with plenty of guitars, of course.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm going to be playing Morning Bella on Saturday.
Oh, great!
Yeah,
fantastic.
That's in my show tomorrow. So.
All right, thank you so much. You guys like the tune?
We love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, so
I'm
all
glad to hear
great.
that.
Yeah. So what major events do you have coming up? When are you planning for a start on coming to London? If that's
well, that is okay. Locally, I'm about to play in this very cool jazz club here in. It's a bit outside Los Angeles. Is in Ventura. It's called Squashed Grapes. Squashed Grapes. And is a winery, and it's a jazz club. So I have a good lineup. Another, 3 cats I've been, jamming with. Which one is the drummer that usually, plays the drums on my record. And his name is Sergio Bellotti. And then I think we have Roberto Valli on bass and Hans on keyboards. But I don't remember his last name. So it's a jazz fusion, gig we're gonna play there. But as far as coming to Europe, coming to London, that is it has been on the back of my mind for a while because I lived here in the States for a very long time, so I kind of want to rebuild the bridge with Europe. Not that the bridge was ever broken, but I'm just saying musically speaking. So be able to come there and play my style, so is there. It's on the back burner, but it's there. The idea is there. So
that's awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
You're a busy guy, Gio. I mean, you teach as well, don't you? I mean, you've got so many strings to your bow. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh yeah. Well, teaching is like my day job. Okay, so as a musician, I'm a performer at night. Excuse me. And a teacher, daytime.
Yeah.
I start teaching. God, almost as long as I've been, performing. So I was in my early 20s when I started teaching, and I've noticed that I had a very good, following as far as students, and they liked the way I've taught. So I didn't know I had that in me, it was like a surprise. And to be honest with you, my mom always told me, you are a good teacher, Giovanni. So I guess, she was right. And so I've been teaching for many, many years. And nowadays I do that, online via Skype. As a matter of fact, I'm just about to announce a new guitar group class via, it's not via Skype, but, now you can have multiple or web video conferences. So it's like there is a new technology. So and I'm about to take advantage of that. And so, I teach privately. I teach at the Los Angeles Valley College. I've tutored at Musician Institute back in the days when I was, teaching there. And then I have just a bunch of, private students. And, I have lots of curriculums. I teach jazz, rock, music reading, harmony. You name it, I'll teach it.
Wow. I should imagine you get a hell of a lot of enjoyment and satisfaction out of working with people and watching them learn and grow and developing their own style. And
absolutely, is for me it's like living my journey all over again. To see someone that finally is able to play that guitar lick or that scale or that song or that whatever,
wicked,
and to see the sparkle, the light in their eyes is like is priceless. It's like really seeing myself when I started back in the days, struggling with with whatever I was trying to play. So it's a great satisfaction. So I love teaching. I definitely do.
What a beautiful gift to be able to give that to people. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling what you're saying. Your passion comes through in every word you say, Gio.
Oh, really? Thank you. Yeah. I'm blushing now. You can't see me, but
Yeah. It's the ideal to have a teacher who's so passionate about things and who obviously they follow you because they like you because you're on the level with them.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't any. You can't really act when you teach. It's like not that you can act when you play, although you can. But when you teach, it's really you and them. So it's very personal. That's how I think. And my goal is like to try to share my love and passion for music with them. And when I have in front of me someone that has the same level of passion for music, is like throwing gasoline on a fire. It really goes boom.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah.
So, Gio, I mean, where do you want it to go to? I mean, I guess like anything, there's no end goal, but where would you like things to go for you?
This is a good question. As far as writing, as far as composing, my goal is to really mix, for the best I can, all the different musical influences that I have, because, well, people tend to categorize me as a jazz guy, and I love jazz. Is what I studied the most, and it is there, and I love groove music, but I like Latin as well, and I love to rock. And nowadays, I'm developing a taste and appreciation for classical music. As a matter of fact, I'm studying some Bach pieces. So I would like to form, or my idea is for my band, the band that I'm, putting together, is to be able to play a show that has all those elements together. Yeah. So some sort of a global
appreciation,
sound.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So, and then, and of course, like every artist, every artist's dream is to go worldwide. So I have the same dream in that sense.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
Yeah. So can you sort of, tell the fans sort of how do they get hold of your music? How can they, access you or
Sure, you sure. You guys can find me on iTunes as Gio Lombardi. All my tunes on there. I have some free downloads for all of you lovely friends on my website, which is www.giolombardi.com. Mm-hmm. And that's about it. You can find me on those two places, or on Twitter, under Gio1 Lombardi, and Gio is spelled Gio, just to make sure we
get it right.
Yes, get it right. And or on Facebook, my page there is Gio's Art, one word. So, but I'm more of a Twitter type of guy than Facebook, although I'm there. So there you have it.
Oh, lovely. That's great.
No?
I've got one more question for you, Gio, which I'd love to ask.
Please, go ahead.
Yeah. For all those upcoming musicians out there, people struggling to learn an instrument, what would you say to them as a teacher?
As a teacher, I have just one message. You must invest into education. That is the best investment ever. You have to study, and possibly you have to get an academic type of education. Although you can teach yourself, you can go online, you can find bits and pieces of things nowadays. But if you can make a big investment and go to a university, if you can, so invest in education and study a lot.
And practice.
Yeah. And practice. Oh yes, of course. Of course. You have to practice. Yes, a lot.
That's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful.
It's like sports, like like athletes. You have to train every day. Is the same deal with music. Otherwise, it doesn't really happen. You have to be committed. So it's a lifetime commitment. That's my message.
Oh, that's absolutely lovely. We've had a really lovely time listening and chatting with you. Yeah.
I feel like I want to hang out with you guys. Let's go for a beer. Come on.
Yeah. Well, when you come over to England.
All right. I'll do that. All right.
Yeah. Well, okay.
If there's anything that you'd like to tell our listeners, Gio, that we haven't asked you, or just any message you'd love to give to the listeners and your fans here in the UK and worldwide, because we broadcast to 52 countries, take as long as you want, my friend, to tell them whatever you'd like.
Well, I believe that, the way I see music, my goal when I play is to really try to touch your soul. For me, playing music is a matter of being in touch with your soul, give emotions. So I would tell anyone that starts with music to approach music that way. Music is emotion, it's really so. Although you have to study, although you have to develop your technique and et cetera, all the technical aspects, they are worth nothing if you can't really touch the souls of people. So that is my message. When you play, try to touch the soul of your audience.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I feel that with singing as well, with people that actually really mean the lyrics. When you mean the lyrics.
Yes.
And you don't know what it is, but something makes you shiver through, and that's when it touches you. That's when you feel it. Because when
they mean the lyrics, you can feel that, right? You get goosebumps. So it's like is an emotion. So and if you mean what you do, if you mean what you play, and you really have to, and when you sing as well, it's true. Is magic. So I don't know. That was my message.
That is a beautiful message. Thank you so much. It's been absolutely so lovely chatting to you, Gio. It really has. I mean, we've had lots of emails, and you've really made me smile and brighten my day on so many occasions. But
oh my God, you're so kind.
It's been lovely chatting with you.
I would like to add something for, and this message is to you guys, to you, Glossy, and DJ Denise, DJ Smiler. I wanted to thank you because people like you that is in love with music, and you guys do what I do with passion, and you are giving us a chance to, you're opening a window to the world for artists like us. And the music industry has changed so much, and now is hard to find a space. But you guys are doing an amazing job, and I'm really, really appreciative and grateful for what you do. Okay, so yeah, you can put that in the interview because we need you guys. So because what you do is priceless. You're giving the chance of an artist. You're giving the chance to an artist to make his or her musical statement, in front of the world. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much too.
That's beautiful. Thanks, Gio.
Yeah,
all right.
Lovely.
It's really nice to be appreciated, but actually we really enjoy it as well.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you, Glossy man. You're very cool. I can tell.
Bless. Thank you. Well, peace and love to you, and we'll be in touch very soon.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Gio. It's absolutely lovely.
Thank you. Have a lovely day, or have a lovely evening, and blast that good morning bell, and have a good one on me. Okay.
Okay. You enjoy that sunshine.
Have a fab weekend.
We'll be in touch. And thank you for being so open to help. I really appreciate it. Okay.
Excellent.
A pleasure.
Okay.
Take care, my friend.
Yeah.
Ciao, my friends. Ciao.
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 Bye bye.